Hey everybody, Mrs. Van Pelt here with a couple of ideas for you to do with your students. Um, it's educational, super fun, get some of that fine motor skills working, some creativity. So let's get started. So I purchased these for our classroom for our youth in our morning meetings in our smaller groups. So one of the clocks, and what we were trying to do is being able to learn that each number is or represents a space of time as well, not just the hour. So we're getting ready to work on some of those skills prior to uh, doing virtual or distant learning. So I've created one and I can show you what I did. It's already created, but how you can create it, as well as how's the weather chart going. I didn't do these bottom pieces because we're doing some of this stuff already in a morning meeting that we have. If you're connected here, I did this. It's what season and then what's the day look like. I know a lot of times with the weather changes, it's just really nice to acknowledge that, and the kids can have a lot of fun doing some of this coloring. All right. So here's what I did. I grabbed some white paper, just any kind of white paper. It can have something on the back. Don't worry about it. You're only going to use the one side. I made, for both projects, I made a big circle and a little circle, which I actually used an old CD. And then it had that middle circle for our arrows. Okay, so I cut this out. And I'll show you the weather one first. It kind of came out cool. Talk to some of these kiddos. You could talk to them about dividing or separating each side in half, making 4 parts. Do a lot of conversation about math in here. So on the top level, we're just doing a sun, partly sunny, cloudy. There's some rain in here. There's a thunder stick. And my snow didn't turn out very well. I'll bring it close, but it looks like a little snowflake right there. But I named everything. And then down here below, I took this bottom half and just gave the different seasons. And you might not have those little brads, so I'm not going to use one. But I do have, if you have something like this, a little paper clip. Even, I think at home we used a bread tie to kind of tie these in together so they're movable. So you would pick out what the season is, and right now we are in spring. And I'm looking outside today and it is sunny. It is cold, but it's sunny. And you could do something like that. And they don't have to put these particular items. You can ask them, what does spring feel like to you? Some kids may be drawing something different than a flower. Summertime might not mean watermelon. It might mean the beach. It might mean a road trip. I don't know, whatever they're thinking for their unique board. The fall, for a lot of students, that could be fall, you go back to school, although it's in the summer, but sometimes we're thinking here we go back to school. Leaves, turkey, it could be Halloween. Halloween comes in the fall. Winter might look different, their picture. Let them get creative with that. Okay, and I'll show you what I did for my clock. Same thing. Just took that circle. Now for these smaller circles, I used a $50, which worked out really well, but not everyone has $50 laying around. But anything big enough to put the circles, put the numbers inside the circle so your student can read them. They don't have to be perfect, no big deal. Mine is not for sure. But then up here, so we divided this in fourths. You could do anything you want in here. I didn't put anything because it could change. I'm going to laminate this first because this stuff can always change of how you use it. So I started at the 12 and then I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more minutes all the way around. So all of these have 5 minutes in between. So each number is worth 5 more minutes. And that's why I say I'm going to laminate this and use this differently during the teach time. Because this, you can just do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60 minutes. My thought was to put another plate on top of this. If I didn't laminate it, then we can put this is 15 minutes past, 30 minutes past, 45 minutes past, and 60 minutes past, like a whole hour. Again, if you don't have those brads, and I literally don't have any, they have not shipped them. Remember that little hand is for the hour and the big hand is for the minutes. And however you do these, I know these really work well for students, especially in this distant learning time, to give them a little bit of visual. Even if you put it into a plastic sleeve, that might help. So you could write on top of it that maybe at 1:15, I'll show you what that looks like. So the hour hand would be 1. The minute hand, which is the longer hand, would be on 15. At 1:15, it's time to take a walk. Or maybe you're wanting to start school at 9:15. The hour is 9:15. And then you'll be able to write that maybe down here if you have it in a plastic sleeve, laminated, if you have those choices. It was just kind of a fun, creative way for students to keep busy while doing some academic display, and it's really cool for students to make their own tools for learning. Makes it more personal, take more responsibility, in my experience, my opinion. Okay, either way, get creative and then show me what you got. Take a snapshot and put it right up in our dojo if you were in my classroom. If not, put it in the comments below. Let me see what you did. I would love to see all the creativity that you guys are doing in your learning distance. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below here. If you have anything that you would like us to do, to videotape, kind of help out students, let us know. We'd love to help you in this crazy time of distant learning. All right, so thanks for watching. See you again.